Hey folks, it's episode 43 of my Blind Endgame series. This one was recorded between September 10th and 17th of 2020, and it clocks in at about 48 hours of recorded content. The main goal with this one is getting to 99 farming and finishing that Hydra Slayer task that we picked up last episode. If you thought I was bad about stalling to get out of doing Black Demon tasks, I'm really stalling to not finish this Hydra task. Normal disclaimers, originally I recorded all of this, like every second of gameplay, with the intent of fast forwarding the boring parts. I've decided to change that and just clip out the boring parts. The mic quality is quite a bit lower, and there are lots of RuneLite plugins that are kind of visually messy. I gotta get all this old stuff published so I can play the account again, so thank you for bearing with me. Let's get to the playthrough.
Achievement Diary Cape has lost its trim as you have not completed all quests. I'm going to be the most overgeared person in the history of this quest. I'm sure there's a ton of people who are super geared. They're doing it right now. Runes together, and probably my cash stack, and then let's go and see what they got for me. I believe the quest starts in Lumbridge, but there should be foreseen of interest. Read the notice board in Draenor Village. It's a cool way to start the quest. Should have a quest icon, right? Oh yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of people here, aren't there? Quester. Oh. Here it is. Notice board. Check. Damaged roof tiles for sale. Come on down to Bob's Axes. Contributions welcome to Ned's new window fund. Wait a minute, what's this? Keen fighter sought to deal with troublesome monster. Reward offered. Speak to Sarah at the South Falador farm for details. Must be worth looking into. Start person of interest, yes. I'm glad they're adding more of these novice level quests and everything doesn't have to be a master or a grandmaster quest. What's up? How can I help you? Talk about the bounty. It's a big pig monster, right? From the images. Ooh, that's nice. When you select an option, it goes away. Any tips on finding the thing? Who's Rosie? Good dog. Aw, so sleepy. I was gonna say, it'd be nice if I can pet the dog. They let you pet the dog! Alright, the game is playable. She's just describing the dog, and I'm like, I hope I can pet the dog. And the dialogue says, you can pet the dog. I'm gonna go pet this dog. Its tail wags, slapping the rug underneath. Aww. Good job, RuneScape. So I believe she said north of the crossroads, right? Oh, I see the cart right there. Investigate damaged cart. Monster was trying to run off with some of Sarah's produce. It's heading northeast. Cool little trail you can follow. Investigate cabbage. Investigate strange hole. Need to tie something onto the edge. Hey, I probably should have thought to bring a rope. Need a light source too, just in case. Wonder what the quest guide says. We didn't really need that many external items in order to complete Sins of the Father. Tie a rope, just tells you. Okay. I'm not sure what the rewards for this quest are. I think it's supposed to be an introduction of the Slayer skill, which is smart, because Slayer was probably one of the more confusing skills during my first episode, when people were helping me on Twitch. Climb down. Skeleton seems fresh. The bones have been gnawed clean fairly recently. If anyone finds this, get out while you can. Ooh. Cutscene. That's not exactly reassuring. Oh no! Pig thing. Nice piggy? Dead. Hardcore status ruined. I guess this is establishing I'm probably going to need something like a piece of Slayer gear in order for that to not one-shot me, right? Oh, I think the blog said Spria is a new Slayer Master. Well then, what do we have here? Better get out of here before that thing returns. Thanks, Spria. Where am I? Arg, my eyes. I'm sure I got sprayed with the juice. Found you on the floor of the cave. Thing caught me completely off guard. Normally I can handle myself in a fight, but its spitting attack is pretty fearsome. The Slayer skill provides us with an array of useful equipment and techniques. Nice. Good job, Jagex. More little skills like this. This would have been great if I were doing the blind playthrough. Even if I had mentioned Slayer during the live stream, if people would have been able to say, hey, go do Porcine of Interest. That'll be a great way to introduce it to you. Pierce it with arrows or a stabbing weapon. And I guess the scimitar, that's smart. That's also good because I don't think the game ever officially introduces stabbing, slashing, bludgeoning damage, crush damage. It's pretty cool looking goggles. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna go grab my best piercing weapon, I guess. Which I guess if you're watching this in the actual publish order, like 10 years from now, as part of the Infernal Cape playthrough, if you're watching this video as like a guide for Porcine of Interest for some reason, you probably don't need this gear. You can probably go in there with like all bronze, or even mostly naked, and be fine if you have some food. I don't think Spree will be rescuing me this time. If I go in there, I'm fighting this thing to the death. Alright, not exactly one shot. Oh, cut foot. You try to cut off the foot with your bare hands. Okay, I need a knife. I'm going to keep working on this Hydra task. I think I'm going to try doing it with melee. I know range is preferred, but I think you can save some supplies if you do melee. And it's only really realistic with the Dragon Hunter Lance, so I will give that a shot, see how it goes here. Alright, so if I'm trying the Hydra, I have to do a farming run too, but I kind of want to just give this a shot first, see how it goes. So I'll do as many kills as I'm able to survive for, which I might go in there and just die instantly. And then after that, I'll go do farming runs, and then we'll actually work on finishing up this task. Melee or range, depending on how this goes. Ooh, I can melee from fire skip tile. That's good to know. I was worried that that wasn't going to be possible. Melee is doable. I'm actually going to have to practice. I wasn't doing very good with the prayer switching during that, but it saves me a ton of supplies. Can't run because of the fire. It's bad. It's possible for me to DPS the boss too fast and not be able to deal with the poison, I guess. So, I wasn't do personal best. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna deal with what happens when he's spitting poison. I mean, I guess I could just sit there and eat the poison damage. First world problem, I'm just damaging the boss too fast, right? If I can tighten that up, though, I think it's gonna be way better than doing it with range. Let's do farming run, and then I'll come back and try to make some more progress with melee Hydra. Farming's complete. It's going to take me a while to get 99 farming. I'm going to start running out of my good XP seeds here soon. Should be able to hit 98 pretty comfortably, though. Looks like we're going to be able to do some Chambers of Xeric this morning. I've decided to get back in on the game of doing that now that I have this lance. But it's going to be in like 30 minutes or so, so I'll see if I can get some Hydra kills in before then. Yeah, I'm currently struggling where I'm like killing him too fast, so the fire is still there when he starts spitting poison in the final phase, and I'm not super clear on where I can run to avoid damage there. That's the main thing that's getting me in trouble right now. Raid complete. That was KC22 for me. Hey, Torn Prayer Scroll. This Torn Prayer Scroll is exciting, and I'll show why later. But during the Questcape playthrough, I very briefly experimented with the idea that it would be acceptable for me to flip items on the Grand Exchange or buy them and then alch them. I did it with 3 items, and then I said, I don't want to do this. I don't think this is good for the playthrough. I just kind of set it aside. I marked them as bought and then did nothing with them. One of those items was the Torn Prayer Scroll, unfortunately. I think I will sell that back and I'll mark that as complete. And then there's 2 other items that I got. I think the other 2 are ones that are trivial for me to. One was like a magic longbow or something. Original equivalent exchange. Yeah, magic longbow, Torn Prayer Scroll, and 100 ruby harvests. So I'll sell the ruby harvests later. I gotta actually go catch them. But now I can sell this Torn Prayer Scroll and feel good about myself. KC23. Another Dark Relic. Herblore, I guess. I think that's it for us today for raids. Alright, offer Torn Prayer Scroll. 44,465. It is done. Alright, let me pull up. And I haven't shown this off in a while, so let's go through some stuff here. Endgame tracker, remove Slayer, obviously, because it's done. Projecting 278 hours if I do all of these skills, which is possible I will not. Endgame tasks, I've marked a few of these complete. Ranger Boots, Affinity Boots, Holy Sandals, Smoke Battle Staff, Dragon Hunter Lance, Black Tourmaline Core. Tin Man Project, there is the Torn Prayer Scroll. So we're going to say that it's repaid. And I'll go ahead and sell Magic Longbow too, those 2 up. Still need to get 100 Ruby Harvests. Maybe I'll do that right before going to get the Infernal Cape or something silly like that. I think that's everything to mention for now. I guess these occult necklaces that I sold for gold. Oh, this was a thing I did recently. I bought back one of the Zamorakian spears, if you'll recall. So there's still one more I need to buy back so I can have a Hasta and spear for fighting the Corp Beast, but that's going to be a ways off. The only 2 items I've given in on being in the top 50k for are Kree and Krill.
I've only paid back 3 bonds so far. I'm going to try to do those as things become available, like as I run out of sub time. If we get to the end of the playthrough before I finish repaying all the bonds, I'll obviously grind a bunch of Warcath and pay for it. Cock split history still is just Clover's Twisted Bow. Haven't gotten, that's the only unique I've seen so far in 20 some kills. And I think that's everything on here that's interesting. So back to the game. Alright, so next up, let's go try doing some more melee Hydra. I really got to figure out how to handle the fire attack transition. I might need to Google that, see if someone has a solution to it. Yeah, still struggling with the flame phase sometimes if I finish it too early or otherwise something goes slightly wrong. It's hard to recover. I'm going to keep practicing. I'm going to take a break here though at the door, so I'll be back in a bit. Oh, I also just realized that apparently the live split timer's been frozen on screen for a second. I don't know what caused that, but I'll have to calculate what it should be. Try to figure that out. Alright, I'm back. I'm going to try this a little more. I have an idea for my flame phase problem that I'm going to try this time. It's 50 KC, which is cool. I'll be on the leaderboard now. Keep going. That might be a good opportunity for me to take a break here, though, soonish. Even with melee, this boss is still pretty draining. So I'm sure folks familiar with it will know. I think melee is less draining, though, for whatever reason. I don't know why. Kind of want to take a break from Hydra because it's draining. I think I need to start setting a goal for number of kills to do per day. Not sure what I want to do instead of Hydra, though, so give me a sec here to just think. It's like we're already top 72,000 players for Alchemical Hydra. Given that I got the most interesting drop, I might not be opposed to buying the other items at top 50k. Let me figure out where that is exactly. I guess you could also say, hey, the other drops are less rare than the lance, so you should just go for the leather. Maybe that's fine to do anyway, because it looks like I need 335 kills to get to the top 50k anyway. So that's like 2 whole tasks. Many, many hours of work. So maybe if I do that many kills, I will be done. I'll feel like I'm done with Hydra. Let's do Elite Void. I got a little bit of work to do. It's more AFK than some of the other stuff I have to work on. Alright, I've got enough points to get another Void piece. I'm going to pick up the range helmet and I'm going to take a break to prep for stream. I'll see you. Hello, good morning. Looks like I was having issues with the live split timer freezing again, so I went ahead and fixed it. I have no idea what's going on with that, but it's getting kind of frustrating. I am going to do daily farming stuff, but I think I'm going to try to finish Elite Void first. I'm going to head back to Pest Control, finish that up, and then I'll come back and do the farming run and bosses and all that fun stuff. I'll see ya. About to load into my last game of Pest Control ever. I'm very excited about that because I hate Pest Control. It hasn't been so bad lately because I've been playing it kind of pseudo AFK, but I think it's actually a little bit more tolerable with ranged because you don't have to click as much. I can mark this done on my tracker sheet and never touch it again. My last 200 points. Pretty sure the melee helmet's the last one that I need, but I want to be 100% sure, so I'm going to bank really quick. Head back to my house and bring all the items with me, because I don't want to do another hour and a half of this. Void melee helm. Ranger mage. It is finished. Full Elite Void. Never again. Actually a pretty cool looking set. So I kind of want to try this gear set out. I know that it's good with the range setup for Warcath, but and there's no one that talks about using the melee setup for Warcath, but I kind of want to give that a try. Well, I can see why people don't recommend Elite Void melee. Hit a lot by his regular attacks, and I think that Bandos has such a high range bonus that that's not really a problem. I'm gonna get my stuff back and then find some other use for Elite Void later. I think maybe you need it for Fear of Blood. I think it's decent for solo Chambers of Xeric. Okay, I just looked it up, and yep, Elite Void is best in slot for Theater of Blood, so I didn't just waste my time getting it. It used to be recommended for stuff like Team Chambers of Zarek, but I think having gear switches has replaced that in general. Might be because defense is basically irrelevant in Theater of Blood, I think. Alright, well I'm going to take a second to think about what I want to do next. I don't know if I want to go super hard on Hydra. It's pretty draining. Probably at least do a farming run. In any case, let me go ahead and bank Elite Void here. So I need to do something AFK. Got work and discussions going on in Discord. Can't give my full attention to the game right now, even for farming. I am going to try to do Motherlode mining. I've got Tears of Gothic, so I'm going to go turn that in really quick for some quick mining XP, and then I'm going to head down to the Motherlode mine, see if I can work on unlocking the upper level. I only really need to get mining to 82, because then I can use the Dragon Pickaxe to boost to 85 if I get a Master Clue Step. So maybe after I hit that, I'll look for something else to do, like smithing. I do have some smithing to do, actually. Can make all of these adamant darts. It's going to take a while. But let's see how far we can get with mining first. Alright, here comes 82 mining. 82 mining, I am done with mining, pretty much. I might buckle later and try to get Amethyst, but I don't think I really care. This is the highest level that makes sense for me. Now I can boost with the Dragon Pickaxe to hit 85, which is enough to do Master Clues. So I will mark this one done. Hey, I'm back. This isn't going to be long-term, well, it is long-term productive, sort of, based on the goals that I've set. But I've decided I want to start working on 50 boss KC for some of the bosses I still have on my list that I'm not showing the high scores for. And the first one is the Deranged Archaeologist, who I've never fought and has terrible drops, but is Elite Void is good against him. So I'm going to put together a gear set. We're going to go fight that boss for a bit. Alright, here's the Deranged Archaeologist, who I've never fought before. I think it's the same as the Crazy Archaeologist. Drops are terrible, I just need to get 50 kills here. Holy shit, I just fucking died to his... Okay. Oh, I forgot the Infernal Axe is my only axe. That probably hurt my cost of recovery. Well, yeah, he one-shot me. Incredible. Get back to my gravestone real quick. What a lame boss to die to. Just trying to like figure out what prayer should I use. He has way more damage than the Crazy Archaeologist, where if you get hit by his book attack, it's really not that big of a deal. I don't know how much that cost. I'll have to check here. 1,000 coins. Okay. It may have been more because I had the, oh yeah, Bravophytus Staff. Probably ended up paying more because of the Infernal Axe. Okay, so you need to do that 49 more times and pay attention this time, apparently. There's 50 KC. Okay, that crosses one boss off the list, and probably the one with the least interesting drops. 50 kills got me 535k GP worth of things. Just 5 crystal keys and a longbone's gonna need. Alright, I'm gonna run down my list and see what the next one I can do that's reasonable. Do the wilderness bosses, but I feel like I should maybe try to do those first thing in the morning when no one's online. I am in the, with only 50 kills, I am in the top 4,000 players for Deranged Archaeologist kills. Nobody fights that boss for any reason. It's funny. I think that's my highest rating in the whole game. Yeah, wow. Next highest is Zalcano with 416 kills, rank 13,000. So yeah, I'm in the top 5k for something. Great. Yay, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna update this as done in my sheet. I'm getting super close to having an elk and like clean herbs and stuff, but I'm gonna try to put that off for a little while still. Because I was starting Chaos Fanatic, 18 kills. Oh hey, Splitbark Body. It's actually kind of exciting because I think I had to equivalent exchange for this before. 50 KC, and then another Splitbark Body. Got so many of them and no legs or any other Splitbark related drops. Alright. Chaos Fanatic's done. I might come back later to this particular boss to try to get one of those shields that's pretty decent, but for now I don't really care. Probably going to have to wrap soon to prep for stream. but I'll see if there's any other bosses I can start making progress on. I think they're all in the wilderness at this point, other than doing gauntlet clears. Hey, finally got one mossy game. So I'm at like 200 plus kills. I think that as I get the rest of these, I'm going to do it in the wilderness here. I can probably do it. It's still decently fast, but for a significantly improved drop rate. It looks like Bryophyta also has a chance of dropping a key. Maybe one of the keys I have in my bank, or the one that I have in my bank, is from that. I just don't remember. I think finishing these, getting all these bosses on the high scores is going to start to laser focus the content that I still have to work on. So I think that basically all of the skilling content is going to be optional for me. I don't really see much reason to take any of these skills much higher than they are. It's more just a thing to do at this point for some content unlocks. Prayer is probably the most compelling one, so that's a good reason to focus Warcath and Alchemical Hydra, because I get lots of bones that I can spend on getting prayer up. It's going to make an eventual Inferno run more realistic. Hello there, my wife's about to watch some TV in the living room, so I will not be coming off mute very much. My current project is to get mossy keys, so I'm going to go fight moss giants in the wilderness. I got to do some research as to exactly where they are, and then put a gear set together that I don't mind losing, and then I'm going to head out there. Hello, good morning, it's a new day. A lot of stuff just got fast forwarded. Namely, I got all of the mossy keys I'm going to need, all of the giant keys I'm going to need. I did both of those in the wilderness, waited a PK early in the process, and I alked most of my alchemables. Saved myself a bunch of bank space. It's fairly early in the morning, not super early in the morning, but it's early enough in the morning that I might be able to avoid PKers if I do a little bit of Vedion. So I'm going to try to do that before I do my normal daily stuff, just to see what kind of progress I can make. Vedion and Callisto are going to be really annoying to try to get to 50 KC on. Well, I already got jumped and PK'd. Oh, they finished off Vedion. Dropped an Ancient Staff. I got the kill credit, I guess. And my stuff's still there. KC 20. Bludgeon really makes a difference here. It's nice to not have to bring a defender to have higher accuracy, too. Alright, well I got like 4 Vedion kills. That's pretty good. Try to commit to doing some number of these in the mornings if I ever wake up early enough. I'm gonna go do farming run. And then I'm going to use these mossy and giant keys to get my Bryophyta and Obor kills, and then we'll do something else. Bryophyta times 6, let's go. I got another mossy key. Probably should have fought it first since the drop rate's pretty fast. That's okay, I'll get 11 KC, why not? There's 10 KC, gets me on the leaderboards. I'm going to do one more kill for 11, get out of here. And there's 11, I'm done. Fondly remember this area early in the playthrough, trying to safe spot those hobgoblins. Different times. Alright, here comes KC 10 at Obor. Probably never fight this guy ever again. Alright, 10 KC. Beautiful. I'm gonna go bank stand. I gotta figure out something to do because I have to edit a video this morning, and a lot of the stuff that I want to work on right now is way too attentive for video editing. So I gotta look through my backlog and see what makes sense to do instead. Turn in these brimstone keys while I'm thinking about it real quick. Man, 4 dragon fruit tree seeds, 700k. Funny to me how like even 10 Obor kills or 10 Bryophyta kills do not compete with 50 deranged archaeologist kills from in the top 4K players, because no one fights that boss because it's pointless. Even there's an infamous player, I forgot why I looked them up, but they're like rank 1 master clue scrolls. They have the dream that I was going for of 50 plus KC in every boss in the game, like including Zuck and, you know, Chambers of Derek challenge mode and the other stuff that's a pain in the ass. But they don't even have 50 deranged archaeologist kills.
I was tempted to like whisper them and be like, hey, you know, you're pretty close to account completion. You should totally do this. But smithing should be pretty AFK. I'm gonna go make adamant darts.
I've gotten a decent amount of stream work done here. I think I can go do something different now. I guess before I do that, let me do some fletching. Clear up some bank space with all these unfinished things I've got in my bank here. Alright, made all the javelins, which end up being worth about 1.7 mil. Okay, that's cool. Next up, I'm gonna go buy some feathers so I can make darts, my unfinished dart tips. Made it through all of the stuff in my bank. I think that once I get to the point with smithing that I can make all of my banked runite bars into dart tips, that will get me the rest of the way to 91 fletching. 91 is my soft goal for fletching because then I can use dragon fruit pies to make dragon darts without having to fish for a spicy stew bonus. Now I've got a ton of dart tips. I'm going to try to use some of them. Alright, I've been sitting over here looking stuff, basically doing anything but Hydra. Probably I'm going to do Hydra soon, but let me see if there's anything else I can eke out here. Before I take a break, I'm going to go catch up on Miscellanea really quick, because I haven't done that in a while. And then I'm going to step away for a little bit, and then maybe come back and do Hydra. It's clear that I'm trying to delay doing Hydra for as long as humanly possible, but that's resulting in me doing other stuff that I need to do anyway, so I guess it's a good thing. Alright, I'm back to 100%. I didn't take a break. Alright, I'm giving in. I'm going to go do some fast-forwarded Hydra. Here we go. It's got the Hydra's Eye drop. That's pretty exciting. That's 1 out of 3 of the stuff I need for the Brimstone ring, so I'm going to pick that up and get out of here. So I now have enough bones in my bank in order to get to 88 prayer, which will allow me to recover 1 additional prayer point with each prayer potion, so I'm going to start grinding that and come back to Hydra later. Prayer 86. 2 more to go. I'm probably going to take a break here so that I don't get carpal tunnel. But shrinking the window like this so that I don't have to move the mouse definitely helps a lot. But I'll be back shortly after this batch to keep going for 87 and then 89. 87 prayer. 1 more level here. I'm going to try to finish all of the bones, and then I'm going to go do ensouled heads for the rest of it. I have finished burning through all the bones. I'm going to go do ensouled heads now. I'm happy to be out of the wilderness. There's prayer 88. I'm going to finish up clearing out these giant ensouled heads and then find something else to do. Just got the Hydra heads. That's pretty cool. We can use that to recolor the Slayer helm. Probably not going to do that because I already have the black one, but that's still neat. Hey there, good morning. It's a new day for me. You may have noticed yesterday I had to record from the gaming PC, so I didn't have access to a microphone. Basically just did farming, collected some volcanic ash, and then trained herblore for a bit, so nothing super exciting. I'm gonna go do farming now, because it's a new day, and find something else to do. I really need to just start working through the Hydra task. I can only do a couple trips there before I'm drained for the day. Farming, 98. 1 more level to go, and I can just focus on herb runs and sell any herb seed or tree seeds I get forever. Just a paltry 1.2 million XP away. I'm gonna gear up for some Hydra kills here. Later, I think I'm gonna go either do Blast Furnace or
harvest lots and lots of snape grass, I'm going to have a phone call in like a couple hours. That's going to be too distracting for me to do Hydra during, so. But while I'm not on a phone call, I'm going to try to get some Hydra and we'll see how it goes. I'm up to 100 KC, a little over halfway done with the full task, so I'll be another 87 to go. I think maybe if I can commit to 2 trips a day, that's about 14 kills, 14, 15 kills a day. I guess if I do a snapegrass run now, it might regrow by the time my call starts and I can do something else in the interim, so let me start working on that. Alright, so it looks like a typical herb run with snapegrass nets me about 64k XP. So if I did 17 such herb runs, that would be enough to hit 99. Of course, there's going to be tree runs in the middle of that. I might start doing these longer runs, though. I want to have all the snapegrass I'm ever going to need, basically, so that once I hit 99 farming, I only ever have to do herb runs and not allotment runs as well. I still have a good amount of time this morning. I'm going to go do Blast Furnace for a bit. I really want to make all of my rune dart tips, because that will probably also get me pretty close to 91 fletching, and then I can cross fletching off the list. We'll see how long I can stand Blast Furnace here. Smithing, 88. I need to get one more smithing level, and then I never need to train smithing again. Alright, here comes 89 smithing, and I never have to train this skill again. Just need it for access to rune darts. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, let me get my money out of the coffer and never have to do Blast Furnace ever again. Where'd I get this chaotic handing from? Did I like drop it on the ground by accident? I don't even remember clicking on it to equip it. Oh. The item in your inventory, you can click use on it and click another player. If the player has a right hand free, they will catch the egg and end up in their weapon slot. So I gotta prep for stream here soon. I don't have a ton of time, but I'm gonna do a few minutes of just rune dart tips to see how quick it goes. Just looked at the smithing level up table and there is literally nothing else on the table that I could conceivably care about. I'm really trying to stretch like, man, is there a reason I would ever want to level smithing higher? I don't care about rune longswords, javelin heads, limbs, Sagian supply greaves 5, rune full helms, knives, square shields, warhammers, battle axes, chain bodies, kite shields, claws, 2H swords, plate bodies, plate legs, or plate skirts. None of that matters. Literally the only thing I would want is the ability to make rune dart tips. I guess technically dragonfire shields and wards at 90, rune arrow tips at 90, maybe, but that's within a 1 level boost and it's trivial for me to get, so I think if I ever in a situation where I need to make those things, I don't even think I would have to make arrow tips. I'll just get a spicy stew and boost the 1 level. Not too big of a deal. Nice thing about this too is this should make a little bit easier whenever I get a master clue step for dart tips. If I finish the rune darts and the adamant darts that are potential in my bank, that might get me really close to 91 fletching is when I don't need to level fletching ever again. Hey, good morning. I don't have a ton of time. I've got a stream problem that I'm responding to, so I'm just logging in to keep making rune dart tips, and then we'll do farming and all that fun stuff. I'm going to try to leave behind, like, I don't know, 10 runite bars or something in case of master clue steps in the future. Alright, I'm going to try to fletch all these darts, see how much fletching XP that puts me at, and then we'll go do farming. You getting carpal tunnel over here. 2.7 million XP per hour, that's nuts. I think I'm going to get 91 just from the rune darts. Close to it anyway. Fortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to smith some more adamant darts. I should have done sooner, but I was really wanting to get 89 smithing over with. So I ended up doing it in Blast Furnace. So you get 150 XP per adamant bar. So I think I need to make 600. I need to make dart tips out of 600 adamant bars. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. So I will do that later. I've got daily stuff to do like farming, so I'm starting to work on that. I might save the 600 adamant bars into darts for when I need to do some AFK stream work. I'm pretty happy with rune darts now. I've got 7,334. Finished my farming run, just trying to see if I can finish off 91 fletching to put that behind me. Alright, I think I have enough adamant dart tips to get to 91 fletching. I'm going to do that now. But I have to go buy some more feathers first. Fuck. Alright, here comes 91 fletching now. There we go. Never need to train fletching again. Now I can use dragon fruit eyes to boost to make dragon darts, which is the last thing I need from fletching. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to go do that with the dragon dart tips that I have in my bank, and then I'm going to figure out what to do. I do want to do at least 2 runs on the Hydra, or I'm never going to finish that task. Do a snape grass run. Just need to push off doing the Hydra as much as humanly possible, right? I'm going to do a snape grass run, and then probably do Hydra after that. I don't know where to put lamp XP anymore. Definitely not melee or combat stats of any kind. Maybe prayer. Agility XP rate's kind of bad. I'm getting plenty of herbs, it's just a question of getting secondaries for it now. I'm gonna do prayer. Okay, I think I've delayed going back to Hydra for as long as possible. It's time for me to go do at least 2 trips. More Hydra heads. I got an elite clue earlier. I'll do that once I finish this trip. Hello, good morning. I am going to do farming. I'm going to do this elite clue scroll that dropped from the Hydra. I'm going to do at least 2 Hydra trips and find something else to do. And I'm up to 5 seed packs in a row this morning. I think my record is 6. Hey, you may remember me complaining about the inventory tags in RuneLite looking messy compared to the ones in OS Buddy after I swapped in like August of 2019. I opened a GitHub bug for it and it just got fixed today, September of 2020. I'll take it. Tags in the inventory look a little bit cleaner. It's probably not super visible on YouTube after all of the artifacting, but I'm happy. It was pretty good. 226k experience. It's a pretty lucky crystalline pling I just happened to catch. 5 Ranar seeds. Alright, that went pretty well. I'm going to see what I can get out of my banked herbs right now in terms of herblore XP. Probably hit 91 herblore, which is pointless. 92 herblore is also pointless. 93 lets me boost with spicy stew to make super anti-fires, but that's a long ways off. Here comes 91 herblore. Again, a pointless level. Both for just the level itself and for boosting, it doesn't matter. But it's getting us closer to the Infernal Cape goal of 94. I still need to be a little AFK, so I'm going to try to do a bit of the arty agility course, see what the XP rate's like. I think I only have enough summer pies to get 1 level up, but we'll give it a shot either way. I think I'm going to try to break up agility training based on Marks of Grace. I'm actually almost out of stamina potions from doing Blast Furnace, so this will be my way of rejuvenating them. I'll do 10 marks at a time. I got 10 Marks of Grace. I can't turn in all of mine because I need to save 1 for a Master Clue step. But I am going to go ahead and cash in a chunk of that. And then probably make some stamina potions and then go do some farming. I'm going to get to Hydra at some point today. It's rough. Hey, I'm back. Let's go do this Elite Blue, and then it's time for the Hydra. Elite Casket, what we get? Well, that's neat. It was not a mimic, but I've got a wise old man goggles. That's cool. I think you can combine that with the blue party hat, can't you? Players who completed Cabin Fever can pay Patchy 500 coins to attach the spectacles and a blue party hat. I do need to start doing holiday events. I completely skipped them last year, and so I don't have the trimmed music cape. And another scroll book.
All right, I've done my self-imposed mandatory 15 kills. I might be able to summon up the courage to do another 7 or so to get down to 50 remaining. We'll see. Let me go make some room in my bank and do a farming run and see what's next. I might be able to pull out 99 farming tomorrow if I'm consistent with the snape grass runs. Really hoping that I'm just going to have enough snape grass in the bank that I'm just never going to have to gather it ever again. Since it's pretty good for XP, it's not something I want to be doing when I don't need XP, I mean. Having that problem now with being max melee, it sucks fighting the Hydra and having the XP count for nothing. Hey there, good morning. Do some farming and maybe do some Chambers of Xeric. Definitely gonna try to finish Hydra today because I'm down to just 25 kills remaining. We'll see how that goes though. Right after trees today, only 122k to go to 99 farming. That's about 2 snape grass / herb runs, so I'm gonna hit 99 today. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, some 50k to go, so the next herb run should definitely crest 99. Let me go bank this stuff, and I'm going to see if I can eke out a little bit of extra XP from, like, planting white berries. Currently, I think I've got poison ivy berries in all of my bush nodes, and I'm going to need poison ivy ever again, because I'm not going to need to protect Calquat ever again, because I'm never touching trees after today. Man, I really burned through many millions of gold worth of saplings without really appreciating it earlier. I think this could have been in like the tens of millions if I had sold all of my dragon fruit saplings and palm saplings instead of planting them, but I'd also be 99 farming much later, and I am looking forward to just being done with it, so this is fine. 2.5 million for my liquidated tree seeds is pretty good. Take it. Alright, like I'm gonna go do Hydra, but I really just want to finish farming because I'm considering the option of going to Tithe Farm, but I don't want to touch Tithe Farm. I can just wait a couple hours, it's fine. Let me think if there's something else I can do that's not Hydra to pass the time. Arduin Rooftop Agility. Pick 10 marks of grace there. It's faster than I was expecting. I'm gonna go see what I can do as far as farming now. I don't think all of my patches are ready, but especially because I was doing them inefficiently earlier. Here comes 99 farming coming down the pike here. There it is. 99 farming. You are now a master of farming. Visit Martin, the master gardener, and join our village. He has something special only available to true masters of the farming skill. You can plant unlimited spirit trees, which I've already done through boosting, and get quadruple magic roots, which I have completely eschewed because cutting down magic trees is annoying. I'm going to go get the farming cape and use it to get the remaining herbs. Now I never have to farm except for herbs ever again. It's pretty exciting. It's dude like, hey dude, sorry for picking your pocket millions of times a couple thousand hours ago. My bad. Martin the master gardener. Ask about the skill cave of farming. Us master farmers are a unique breed, and that plays a song. Wear farming cape. Sweet. Very cool. Let me go deposit the farming hood. Still need to bring the Artie cloak with me for the teleport, but I think if there's a teleport on this thing, not as good as the other teleport because it's the bottom of the farming guild, but I guess it gets me here regardless. I might end up replacing all the white lilies with limpwort roots for herblore grinding later.
All right, and that's the end of the Hydra task, which only took me 2 weeks. Oh, why do I have Onyx bolts highlighted? I got so excited when the screen flashed. Well, I undid that. It's my first time getting that drop from this boss. Let me go see what my next Slayer task is. Is something that I've been looking forward to saying for a while. I'm going to try to fish for demonic gorillas or lizard man shamans at least a couple times, then I'm probably going to go back to the Slayer task. But those are the other Slayer things that I need drops from, so I don't think there's any other Slayer tasks that I care about right now. Everything else is only XP. I did just get 300 points from doing task 450 at Konar, so that's nice. Duradel, what you got for me? Vampires. It's a cool task, but I don't care anymore, so no, goodbye. I don't need Slayer XP. How about again? Skeletal Wyverns. No, thank you. What about now? Dark Beasts. Already got all their drops. I can probably... Can I block them? No, they weren't an unlock. I should disable Vampire Slayer, because I don't plan to do anything. Let's see what else I could disable here. Boss. I do need still to have the Tazar task. That's another one, so I can fight Jad with the Slayer helmet. I can probably drop Mithril Dragons. Kurask. No, thank you. Drakes. Absolutely not. Cave Horrors. Are you kidding me? Blue Dragons. So the Slayer helm doesn't give me any benefit at Vorkath. Argue doing it for Slayer XP, but I don't need Slayer XP. No. Screw Blue Dragons. Just burn through all my points here. Sukas. Nope. Bloodvelds. No, thank you. I need to revisit my block list here soon. Drakes again. Nope. Burn through all my points here. Dark Beasts. Dark Beasts are pretty common. Might want to block them over something less common. Worms are annoying, but are way less common than Dark Beasts. Drakes. Nope. Gonna have to do point boosting at some point. I'm burning through so many of these. Fossil Island Wyverns. No. Steel Dragons. No. Hey! Tizar / Jad. Sure. I don't actually need Jad tasks, but I'd like to get 10 Jad KC before the playthrough's over. I'm not going to do that right now because it involves some mental investment. I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and maybe when we come back, I'll find something to do. See ya.
Good chunk of progress in that episode. We did end up getting 50 KC on a bunch of bosses, which is a soft goal for the account. That's less relevant now. They've actually changed it so the high scores no longer require that you have 50 KC. They're stepping it down. I think it's down to like 25 or 20 right now. But a lot of combat achievements did require 50 KC, at least when they launched, so it'll let me qualify for combat achievements a bit quicker. Next week's episode is going to be focused on hunting for Slayer tasks that involve drops that we still need, namely the Zenites from Demonic Gorillas and the Dragon Warhammer from Lizardman Shamans. Also, a lot of agility training next episode. I really wanted to get to 88 agility so I could use that Hydra shortcut in the future. So yeah, stay tuned for that. See you next week. Bye.